granted, I'm probably a little bit late to the party when it comes to using a blender. You know, I've been using this one right here for a pretty long time. And this is basically a regular blender that you get for about $30. As you can see, it has like a 5-cup capacity. And just recently, I felt that the motor was starting to go, so I decided to upgrade. Now, this is like your typical blender. It's a Hamilton Beach something or other that you get for about $20 to $30 from a Walmart. So, you know, it's your typical regular blender, but as you can probably hear, I think the ball bearings in it had started to go. So what I ended up doing was upgrading to this right here, Ninja blender. So this Ninja blender, as you can see, has a huge size advantage. This one has a 9-cup capacity. I guess you're supposed to fill it up to right here. You're not supposed to go past that. Where in this one only had a 5. So this one obviously is bigger. And the motor in this is far more powerful. Wherein the regular blenders would get stuck on some levels of ice. Like if you'd fill it up to here with ice, you'd definitely have to put liquid in, otherwise it would never be able to break the ice. This Ninja blender, however, is far more serious. As you can see, it has the 3-tiered blades in it, and it has a double blade side. Instead of this one has only 2 blades with 4 sides. This one has almost double the number of blades. But the spacing of them is what allows it to break ice easier. And the motor in this thing is not joking. They have like a special release top right here, where basically you have to push this button to unlock it, then you have to pull it to release it, because this thing, the blade system can be taken out just like that in order to get at what you're blending. But this thing is not fucking around. This thing right here will take your damn hands off if you're not careful, because the motor in this thing is extremely powerful. In fact, it's probably more powerful than some of the power tools that I have. So as you can see, you push power first, and I'm guessing that the system here that checks to make sure that the lock is activated properly, make sure that's a safety procedure. And then once you push that, then you can either push 1, 2, or 3, or you can pulse it. So it has less settings than this because it only has really one purpose, which is to shred, blend, or chop whatever you put into it. So if, let's say I push 3. So as you can see, this thing is really powerful. It's not joking around. So I was about to make something in it, but it's a pretty powerful thing. I mean, the regular price is $150. I got it for $100 from Macy's, and it's really nicely built. It took me a little while to figure out how to lock and unlock the pitcher, because the pitcher with this one, the pitcher, you could put it on in any direction that you wanted, and it really didn't matter, and it would lock fine. With this one, you have to put the pitcher with the blender handle. You have to put the handle so that it's to the off left position of the blender. Normally, I usually put my handles towards the back, but this one doesn't allow you to do that. So, so far so good. I'm gonna make something in it. I wasn't really planning on using ice because I usually don't use ice in the morning, but you know, milk, peaches, stuff like that. I'm gonna throw some stuff in it and have some fun with it. And as for this blender, until the ball bearings actually destroy themselves or completely go and I have to throw it out, I'm going to use this blender with the food processor attachment so that I can chop up onions and I can chop up, peppers and tomatoes and whatever, you know, make them, dice them and mince them and whatnot. Okay, so I'm just going to take a couple of peaches. So I got some peaches right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3, and a 4. So that's 4 peaches. 4 peaches. Let's get some ice. Okay, just a couple pieces of ice. I'm not really crazy about ice in the morning. Okay, let's get some strawberry flavored breakfast, carnation instant breakfast. Yeah, I've been using this as a protein powder because I've been working out a lot. Okay, let's put a little bit of milk in there. See, okay. How about a little bit more? And this thing should have absolutely no problem chopping that. And then you have to put the top on. So yeah, put the top straight on. And then when you fold it, it locks into place. Once it's locked into place, you can rock and roll. The power button, and then absolutely no problem at all. As you can see, this 1,000-watt motor has no problem at all making short work of ice and this, that, and other. The one thing I would have liked to see was an all-metal interior, like that pull-out blade portion. I would have really liked to see that be all metal, but you know, when stuff is made in China, you're definitely not getting that. I mean, it's really nice to have the chromed exterior or the stainless steel exterior. It's really nice to have that, but it's the interior components that are the parts that go bad. So it's things like the ball bearings and things like the blades and such that I really would like to see be an all-metal construction. But again, most likely that's not happening. And it's too bad they can't make it out of steel, because then it would last forever. And they certainly don't want that. They want you to keep spending more and more and more money. They want your stuff to keep breaking, and they want you to keep buying, and they want you to keep sending all your money over there to Shenzhen. So that's what we live with until people get smarter. As I wash this and clean this blender out, this part right here that you have to pull out in order to have full access to the inside of the blender, this, to me, I mean, this is a really cool attachment. And it's easily replaceable if you ever have to replace it. But my problem is, this thing is so sharp that you have to be extremely careful with it. This thing, the blades on this are at least as sharp as my sharpest knife. And if you rub your finger on it the wrong way, or you reach into the dish drainer the wrong way, you will cut yourself. So I'm not sure if anybody ever said anything about how safe this is, but it's obviously not safe. This is really like having a ninja star sitting in your dishwasher, and God forbid you have like kids or something reach their hands in there, this will cut them. So you got to be really careful of this attachment, especially when you clean it, because you can't just rub it. I was using a brush, a dish brush on it, because this is not something you want to wipe with a cloth. This will cut you.